Since the beginning of times, there have been different ideologies that influence directly on the government and the society and its culture. One of the most important in the 19th century was liberalism, because it was one of the main factors that influenced people to start making changes in their government and in their society.
Liberalism is a political doctrine that defends the liberty of the people and tries to limit the government's intervention. It is believed that it began properly as an ideology during the times of the Enlightenment. The Enlightenment showed the basic principle that stated the liberalist ideology.
There are different types of liberalism, but there are two major currents of thought: the classical liberalism and social liberalism. The classical liberalism states that the only real freedom is the freedom of coercion and the government shouldn't intervene with the citizens. The social liberalism states that the only real freedom can only exist when citizens are healthy, educated, and free from poverty. Also, the government must take an active role with the citizens. The three basic principles of liberalism refers to human beings as rational with rights. For instance, the government must consult the people for decisions and oblige the government to follow the rules. Also, it seeks for the rights of the people, of the development of society, and the freedom for everyone. Liberalism emerged as a fight against absolutes. It allowed the start of liberalist democracy during the 18th century, which is still present in many nations.
There were a lot of fights and conflicts that were influenced by liberalism. One of the most characteristic ones was the one of the American Revolution. The American colonists were influenced by the liberalist ideas of the Illustration and decided to gain their own independence of the British. The result was a republican and liberalist constitution that included the separation of the three powers.
The French Revolution was also influenced by this ideology. It is known as the triumph of liberalism. One of the events that marked this triumph was the abolition of feudalism. Napoleon kept much of the liberalism, as he imposed a very liberal law called the Code Napoleon.
These two revolutions inspired the majority of independences that occur all over Europe and America. For example, independences led by Simon Bolivar all around Latin America.
As we've seen, liberalism was and is one of the most important ideologies, as it has been the reason for the search of equality, liberty, and rights for everyone. This constant battle has brought us to the world as we know it.